Okay, boys and girls, we are going to start today in your assignment, compare and contrast short stories. You're going to be filling out. No, let me publish. Let me save it so it opens. You're going to be filling out a document that looks like this. It's coming. Okay, do you see how it's flipped the wrong way? So that makes it really hard for you to write, right? Can you write sideways? No. So you see this little arrow that seems like it's going in a circle. You're going to click that so that it flips your paper, and you can make it smaller or bigger. Okay, or you can make it fill your whole screen. But if you make it fill your whole screen, then you might not be able to write on it. So you're going to be using this. Remember, we use this to see how stories are different and how they're the same. So we're going to be reading a short story right now, and I want you to tell me how they are different and how they are the same. Okay? In our same assignment, we can find the short stories. It's coming. Okay, so there are two stories here, and I'm going to read them with you. And as we're reading the stories, I want you to pay attention to how are the stories the same and how are they different? And then we're going to fill out our chart. Okay? Story number 1, Alicia's Kite. James and Alicia were running through the park with their kites flying behind them in the wind. The wind changed suddenly, and Alicia's kite flew into the branches of a tree. No matter how hard Alicia pulled the kite string, it would not budge. "Give me a boost," Alicia said to James, and he held his hand for her to use as a step. With his help, she climbed up to the first branch and pulled the kite down. Okay, so who were the characters in this story? What happened? Did they have a problem? What was the problem they faced? And how did they solve their problem? Ah, Alicia got a boost, right? She got a boost, and so she was able to get the kite down from the tree. Okay, now let's read story number 2. So remember, we're trying to pay attention to how the stories are the same and how they're different. Kylie was at the park with her dog, Max. She threw a ball for him to fetch when suddenly a rabbit ran by. Max chased after the rabbit, and when it ran into some bushes, Max followed. Kylie called after Max, but he didn't return. She looked through the bushes and couldn't see him or the rabbit anywhere. After looking all over, she heard laughter and shouting from a baseball field, where she could see a large black dog chasing after a baseball in the middle of the game. It was Max. Okay, so who were the characters in this story? What kind of problem did the character in this story have? Her dog ran away, right? He went after the rabbit. Was she able to catch up to the dog? Eventually, but it took her a while. What was the dog doing at the end? Okay, so I want you to tell me at least one way that these two stories are the same and at least one way that they are different. Okay, so you're going to go to your other paper, the one that looked like, not like that. Where are we? Here, and we're going to fill it out. So the first one was called Alicia's Kite. Remember, we need to capitalize the first letter of every word. And then this one was called Max Gets Lost. Ooh, I ran out of space. You guys have the text box feature on your paper, so you can just put a text box in here and type it in. And then you're going to tell me one way that they are different. At least one way. You can definitely tell me more than one way. And how they are the same. Okay?